This is what we do as a family. Here's what we do as Harts. Remember the dinners, remember the holidays. It's all a part of a foundation to build. I'm Kevin Hart, and this is my life in pictures. This is me and my mom. My mom was very big on engaging games where you could play and interact with others. So this was a version of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots! Rock'em Sock'em Robots!
Like they weren't robots, so they were wrestlers. But I think Rock'em Sock'em stole the idea from this thing. We would play this, like this was fun to me. I was a big wrestling fan when I was a kid. Huge wrestling fan back in the day. This was my little wrestling game where you could go and wrestle and get active with whomever your opponent was. And on this day, Mom was my opponent. This was Christmas. You see my little makeshift Christmas tree in the back? Notice there's one stocking back there. For years, my mom had the only stocking, and she would just put our stuff around the base of the tree. And we put her gift. You notice I said gift because we didn't give Mom a bunch of stuff because we couldn't. So whatever we did get or whatever we did make, it went in her stocking. You're a kid in Philadelphia, so interacting with your parent is the dopest thing ever. Playing is fun in any way, shape, or form, right? Having something to play with is even more fun because toys didn't come often. So when it did come, it was a great opportunity to play. So the simple things were the biggest things. You didn't need much. Back then, you're looking at my mom being forward-facing parent. My dad was in and out the house. She was willing to do whatever she had to do to simply make sure that we had. So in doing that, it wasn't easy for her, but we never felt the burden. Understanding what my mom did with time and how much she had to juggle to do the things that she did, it just makes you prioritize quality time, family time. My brother, who's like the best uncle in the world, is very good at going and finding toys from back in the day and introducing my kids to them like in this time. So he's a vintage toy expert. The father that I've become is probably based off of the understanding of struggle, the understanding of sacrifice, and the understanding of like time. I think that's one thing that I do pretty well, right? Like build the memories, create the dynamic that we can say and claim to be our own. This was my first headshot. So a friend of mine that was at the comedy club that took pictures and said that he was good at headshot pictures. So he had a side hustle and I fell for the hustle. So it was me in the mall on the bench and taking a picture. That's as good as it gets. Early days of Philadelphia, those are the days of embracing stand-up comedy.
Just to get something off my chest before I even start. Everything I say up here tonight is a joke, okay? It is nothing else.
Before going to New York, it was just comedy clubs and bars with no stage, but they shut off the music and somebody just stands up in the middle. Bowling alleys with a back room. Whatever opportunity presented itself, it was something I jumped at. Philadelphia was very much a makeshift city when it came to entertainment, and you got to get in where you can fit in. This is the day that I received the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Such a cool day. One of those things that you don't grasp until it's over. So, like this didn't really hit me during this time. I think sometime after I was like, oh man, that was dope. Like, you know, I got a star. I want to send a big I love you up to my mom, who I know is very proud of her son at this moment. I've never been the accolade guy. I think it's amazing. I think it's great when those things happen and they happen in a way that you didn't expect it. It's always amazing when you just have somebody that believes in not only you, but what you've done, right? Or what you're doing. This is my daughter's first day, so we're moving her in to her college dorm, but this is when I had tore my abductors, so I'm not able to walk. So I'm in a chair, a wheelchair actually. We came here to basically help her move in, but the room was like I mean, this is the room, like literally on the other side, there's like a bed there, and that was her half. So I was like, well, I guess we're done here. So moving didn't even last that long. We just ended up hanging out for a little bit. But we're all making sad faces to show her how much we're gonna miss her. We told her to be cool in the middle. So this is my daughter's impression of cool while we suffer with the idea of losing her in the house. But a proud day, very proud moment, a proud day for me as a father. She's not far. So I can't give you a dramatic drum roll. My daughter's right there. Luckily, knock on some wood. I got lucky. All you can do is do your job as a parent, and when they leave, hope that those things that you tried to teach have applied in some way, some shape, some form. If they have, you'll be fine. If they haven't, you figure out better ways to communicate and try and solve. But we prepared for that day for a while. This is Borderlands, which we shot in Budapest. This location actually where this particular piece was insane. Really, really insane. Lots of rock, just a beautiful overview. When we were talking about the idea of the planet, or planets, right? Like that we had to showcase, I think the backdrop and the setting, of course, played a significant value. So Budapest was like a character in the film for us, for lack of a better word. And a lot of the locations and stuff that we were able to play off of, they won. Yeah, they won. In those earlier days of Hartbeat, a lot of understanding had to go into what I was trying to do and the direction I was trying to take the company in, and some things good, some things bad. Ultimately, I then had to learn to embrace the title that someone has. And when you do that, people are then able to do the job. They're able to do the job because you're getting out of your way. And there was a moment where I was trying to control everything in those beginning days. And there's a lot of people in this room that were just very instrumental in the early days and showing that level of belief, showing that level of, I get it, I get you, we want you to win. That's the biggest ammunition that you need, that you can attach to work. It's just people that believe in the concept. People that are showing up every day with great energy and trying their best to help you achieve said goal. So I think for me, today and tomorrow and any other day, it's just going to constantly be the thought of what more can we do? It should just be a constant thought of always improving.